Hello everyone! Computational neurologists and researchers on human brain all acknowledge that this gray and white spongy mass of fat and protein is the most complex known structure in the entire universe. That makes it pretty important, which makes it somewhat difficult to accurately map or fathom the full power of a human brain. These scientists are discovering and unfolding almost every day thrilling new truths about the brain. Would you like to discover some amazing truths about the brain? Then sit back, relax, and keep watching, because I'm about to unleash 6 of the most fascinating facts about our brain that will blow your mind. Are you as excited as I am? Well, let's dive in. Why would Egyptians remove the brain prior to mummification? Did you know that Herodotus, a famous Greek writer from the 5th century BC, wrote about a process whereby Egyptians would remove the brains from corpses prior to their mummification? No one knows for sure why those Egyptians would not preserve the brain matter. However, there is a spectrum of guesses about it. Excerebration is a mummification process of removal of the human brain. For this, a corpse is laid on a wooden table. A chisel is hammered through the bone of the nose to reach the cranium. Then a long iron hook is inserted to pull out the brain. Any remaining brain matter is then removed with a long spoon. That's a painful visual. Why doth we dream? We spend almost 1/3 of our lives sleeping. It's a lot of time, man. And when we sleep, we dream, which is one of the most mystifying and fascinating features of our brains. Considering the amount of time we spend dreaming, they are a significant part of our lives. Therefore, we must know the importance and purpose of dreams and where they come from, right? One would think. Dreams can be joyful or sad, scary and freakish, vague or very complex. There are many different kinds, types, and varieties of dreams. Psychologists have studied dreams for thousands of years, but are still unable to find an incontrovertible answer to the foremost question: why do we dream? There are some who believe that dreams are prophetic and can tell us about our future. These people spend their lives documenting and interpreting them. Every one of us dreams almost every night. On average, a person has 4 to 6 dreams during a night. But quite amazingly, we tend to forget our dreams. I've had some pretty interesting ones. While people forget 90 to 95% of their dreams, the most vivid dreams occur during rapid eye movement, REM. That happens in short phases throughout the night, and each successive session of REM is normally longer than the previous one. Dreams occurring during the morning hours are usually longer, and even blind people have dreams where they can see images. So what is the exact purpose of dreams? Psychologists and scientists have proposed many theories about the purposes of dreams, yet there is no consensus amongst them. And the answers range from dreams have no real purpose to they are essential for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Sigmund Freud proposed that dreams are a representation of our unconscious desires, thoughts, and motivations. By extrapolation, he suggests, since we are driven by aggressive and sexual instincts that are repressed from conscious awareness, they find their way into our awareness through dreams. Various and other theories about the purpose and occurrence of dreams suggest that they are caused by our brain trying to interpret external stimuli during sleep. They serve to clean up clutter from our minds. They function as a form of psychotherapy, and so on. Storage capacity of our brain. Do you ever wonder how much information can be stored in your brain? Well, here's the answer. New research has revealed that a human brain has the capacity to store as much information as is contained on the entire internet. Oh my goodness, I'm a living, breathing Google. That's awesome! The core component of a brain is the neuron or nerve cell. On average, a human brain has 100 billion neurons and many more neuroglia, the glial cell that protect and safeguard the neurons. A neuron is an electrically excitable cell that processes, receives, and transmits information by electrochemical signals. Scientists claim that neurons in the human brain neither divide nor can be replaced if they are lost, although there are a few exceptions. While each neuron forms about 1,000 connections to other neurons, passing signals to each other with as many as 1,000 trillion synaptic connections. That's a lot of zeros. These connections between neurons do not remain static forever and may be subject to change over time. And the more signals are exchanged between them, the stronger the connection grows, which means with each new experience or with each remembered fact, the brain rewires itself. To be a nifty writer, one needs to be exceptional at remembering words and recalling them when they are needed. So how do we memorize and recall words? We memorize things by creating strong synaptic connections for them, which means repeating, recalling, and using the words we think are important and should be remembered, and also by connecting them with other stronger memories in our brains. While it is difficult to calculate the exact capacity of a brain, computational neurologists believes it can store between 1 terabyte to 2.5 petabytes of information. 1 petabyte equals 1,000 terabytes, while 1 terabyte equals 1,000 gigabytes. Now that is an awful lot of information. Hence, we do not need to worry about running out of memory storage space in our lifetime. In physical terms, this means we can store about 4.7 billion books in our brain. Whew, we could stop there, but let's keep going. How much of our brain do we use? According to a recent survey carried out in the United States of America, 65% of the people believed in the myth that we only use 10% of our brain. This, however, is just a myth. fMRI, functional magnetic reconnaissance imaging, is a brain imaging technique that can measure brain activity. Contrary to the 10% myth, study of fMRI scans during research has revealed that the majority of our brain is almost always active, even during simple activities. Quite surprisingly, most of the brain is active even when we are resting or asleep. Stay hydrated and stay sharp. Did you know that the brain is made up of 75% water? Researchers carrying out different surveys on volunteers suggest that dehydration can lead to negative effects on brain functions, such as increase in total mood disturbance, reduction in concentration and reaction time, increase in sensitivity to pain, and loss of short-term memory. Hence, you should make proper hydration a daily priority because staying hydrated is critical for optimum brain function. Does our brain grow as we age? Yes. The brain of an average human grows 3 times its size in the first year of life, whereafter the brain continues to grow until the age of 18. Quite amazingly, after middle age, the brain begins to get smaller. But do we get wiser as we age? It is widely believed that older people are wiser than younger ones. In studies carried out to investigate perception of wisdom in humans, participants were asked to nominate individuals whom they believed as wise. It turned out that the average age of the nominee was 55 to 60, which clearly revealed there is a strong perception in public that wisdom comes with age. It is a certified fact that aging leads to a decline in cognitive functioning. Yet, speed is not the only factor on deciding whether someone is wise or not. A recent study pointed out that older people have much more information in their brains. However, retrieving it takes longer. Scientists now claim that having more life experiences do not make one wiser. In a recent study at the Yale University, the elderly performed no better than the young in a test of how well they understood humans. Well, that's all for today. If you have enjoyed watching this video, then give us a like and a thumbs up, and make sure to share it with your friends. And stay on the bright side of life by clicking on the subscribe button.